Alright, welcome anime viewers. I'm James Agenda searching for the One Piece. This is the third attempt of remaking this video because the copyright because the copyrights because the video got copyrighted again. I don't see how. I don't it's really stupid. It's like I'm giving you free advertisement and you're just fucking pretty much just fucking yeah, I'm giving you free advertisements and shit. So, I'm gonna do this one more time. Except this time, there's not gonna be any music. I'm sorry for everyone that right now I need to like prove something. Okay? So for the time being, there's gonna be no music, no annotations, no URLs. It's just gonna be me speaking. Please watch my videos and try to just if you just just try to enjoy them. It, I'll try my best to keep y'all entertained without all the other stuff. Okay, so anyway, we're pretty much the gist of this is to see if they copyright me for just this, for just reviewing. You know, let's see if they try anything. And this will be the third strike if they do, and if that is the third strike, then my channel is going to get shut down. So just to warn y'all on that too. So I'm just gonna try this once more with just me talking. So here we go. This is gonna be Zetsun no Tempest episode 9 review once more for the third time. Hopefully they don't try to copyright. Alright. So beginning of this episode, we see the spear guy come out, and he's gonna attack the army that's shooting at the forts. He's gonna take them on alone. Now, what's awesome about this is he's fighting them, and his shield is kind of breaking down and shit. It's like he's running out of power, so he goes to a tank, and he just evaporates the tank, and he pretty much used it as a sacrifice to repower his barrier. And I was just like, oh shit. Okay. Meanwhile, Mahiro and Yoshino are still talking to the guys, and since we find out now that the Hakase is dead, and the doll that they're talking through is actually to the doll that 2 years ago, because when she made those two dolls and dumped out the one into the ocean, the one that Hakase had was destroyed 2 years later when Mashiro picked up the one that she threw into the ocean. So what the doll that Mahiro got was it went through time and space to connect to the doll 2 years ago. So they've been talking to her for 2 years ago and shit. And so the guy, bad guy, Samon, his name is, he was pretty much saying, "Oh, you've lost and shit. Hand over the talisman and shit like that." And my hero just goes, "Hey, I'm not finished with this yet. I could still do this." And the guy's just like, "But you lost and shit." And and he's just like blah 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 and shit like that. And my favorite reaction from Mahito was like, "Hey, when did I ever say I cared about the world? If anyone's gonna be upset, it's only gonna be you." And I was like, "Oh shit." He's like, "Since Hakase can't grant my wish, you're gonna do it for me. And in return, I will give you this talisman." And the guy was just like, he tossed the doll aside without any sentiment or hesitation. So Samon realized that, and he just like hand over his mouth, and he was like, the audacity of this kid. He just threw her aside, abandoned her without any hesitation or sentiment at all. And he was just like, you know what, he's gonna have to play to the cards, you know. He's gonna have to fold and play to Mahito. So he's like, okay, I will grant. What is your wish? And he tells him. He's like, that's it. They're like, that's fairly simple. Okay, it might take some time though. And he's like, no, we've already pinpointed the killer. He's someone in the Kurabe clan. And he's like, okay. And then he calls up his like lieutenant and shit. He's like, I need you to look into this ASAP right now and bring me the person who is responsible for doing this and shit. And during this, Yoshino starts having like his Jiminy Cricket conscience, come up, and he's like, He goes to the doll and he picks it up and he's like, "You just gonna let it end like this, Hakase?" And Hakase is just like, "What else is there to do? I'm dead. I am dead." You know. So it's like, I think I know what she did. Why she died. Now that I realize it, maybe she went back inside the barrel and pushed herself off into the ocean, hoping that the current would take her to land real soon. But it didn't, so she ended up dying and then turning into a skeleton. Possibly, I don't know. But anyways, she's just like, if I could quote something from Hamlet like Mashiro did, it would sound much more cooler coming from my mouth. And for some reason, that triggered a repressed memory that Yoshino had about Akia, his girlfriend, who was Mashiro's sister. And apparently, Akia liked to quote Hamlet a lot. But Yoshino didn't like Hamlet because it was a tragedy. We all know what Hamlet was. And if you don't know what Hamlet is, I suggest you know, catch up on your Shakespeare, dude. If you don't know what Hamlet is, because yeah, dude, you got a lot to learn if you don't know what Hamlet is. you know. But I'll give you a brief summary of what Hamlet is. It is about two brothers in the end killing each other over a girl, and everyone pretty much dies. It is a tragedy where everyone dies pretty much, and it is actually quite good. So yeah, you might want to look that up and actually watch it and read it and shit. But yeah, she likes to quote Hamlet, and he didn't like that because it was a tragedy. He's like, I don't like it because it ends with a tragedy. And Akira says, well, alright, then I'll start with a different story from Shakespeare as well. And this one actually has a happy ending for everyone. It's about revenge, a mage on an island, and what was it? Yeah, there was the third one. There's revenge, mage on an island, and hmm, oh, well, I forgot what the third part was, but yeah, it was pretty intense. I was like, holy shit. I think it was magic. He's like, there's magic, revenge, and mage on an island, and Yoshi was just like, he's remembering this, and he's like, what the fuck? He's like having that what the fuck? Did she know? You know? Did she know all this shit that happened? And then she says the story is called Tempest. And I was like, oh shit, that's the same shit existed, man. And he starts thinking like, hey, what what if what if I was put here to change the story from being a tragedy to everyone having a happily ever after? So he starts fighting against my hero and tries to take the Falcon away from him. And Samon sees that and he starts fighting against Yoshino because if Yoshino gets it, he's the wild card. He doesn't know what he needs. Mashiro at least will give him the talisman if he helps him out and shit. So he starts fighting against him, but my hero starts fighting against Samu and protecting Yoshino, telling him not to hurt him and shit. It's funny because Yoshino ends up on top of the hill while Samu and Mahiro are still at the bottom. And he tells Mahiro to come back to Hakate's side, and he's like, why should I? She's dead. She ain't gonna help me. And he's like, what if you can get your revenge, you kill her, and I can bring Hakate back? And he's intrigued, and he's like, I might have to get something else. And fucking Yoshino starts, he plays the ultimate, and he's like, I will tell you the name of Akia's boyfriend. And that just widened his eyes, and he was just he's like, you bring Hakase back, and I'll come back. And someone's just pissing. He's like, hey, this all will work out for me. You got that? Yoshino has a time limit. If your guy comes forward with the killer over here before Yoshino is done, then you will win and you'll get the thing and I'll get my killer. Now, if Yoshino happens to succeed, then, well, sucks for you, but I'm going to go with him and I still get the killer. So, yeah, it was just epic. So, if anyone has not seen this anime, I suggest it, even though Sony's being a bitch. I still suggest the anime because it is a really good anime. That was pretty much it for this episode. So stay tuned this Thursday for which actually is today. Holy shit, that's today. My bad. Stay tuned for Thursday today. Later on today, it'll come out in episode 10, and I'll do a review on that as well. Hopefully, if they do not give me a fucking copy strike and shut down my channel. So this video is pretty much to confirm this if they try to give me another copy strike. You know, since there's no music, no thumbnail, no annotations, no URLs, it's just me talking. So let's see if they copyright this. If they can't copyright this because this is just, it would be stupid. I will literally fight in court for this. I would be like, that is just me talking. There's no copyright in that. Alright? And I'll just be like, sue y'all niggas and shit. I'll get all your fucking rich ass money and shit. Become rich myself. But yeah. We'll see what happens. Pray to God that I do not get shut down and all these motherfucking fucking strikes and shit, man. Hopefully they also get to take off these strikes so I can do my live stream, you know? I kind of been wanting to do a live stream. Another kind of project I've been having a rough draft idea about having a live stream at least once a week for something. For like, oh yeah, now I remember having a live stream for once a week for anime fans and just coming in, not only asking me questions, but if they want to be recommended to a good anime, just let me know, and I will recommend them to a good anime. I don't know types that well, like what a seinen. I think I know shoujo and shonen. I think I know those. I know shonen is like bleach, like the action and shit like that. So shoujo, I believe, is that romance stuff. So, but the rest of them, I'm on the fence. I don't know what the exact definition for that is. I think seinen is that like gory, bloody stuff, you know? Something from like the freaking Dead Man Wonderland, you know? Blood, killing, and shit like that, you know? Ripping the threads, rapes, and shit. So, yeah. So you're gonna have to like give me specifics, you know, if you wanted me to answer your question on when I get my live stream back up and stuff, you know? So, yeah. Whenever I can get my strikes off and I can do live streams, I'm planning on doing a live stream at least once a week for anime fans to come and ask me to recommend them to any good anime and stuff, and ask me any questions they want to. I'll probably invite some people as well. So yeah, and such as it'll be my first live stream too. So yeah, come support it. Yeah. Anyways, that was pretty much it. So I'm just again searching for the One Piece. Stay tuned next week for Zetsun no Tempest episode 10 review. For my viewers, please like, comment down below, and subscribe if you like my videos. And hopefully, I don't get a copyright on this one.